Okay, we're starting.
Stewart.
They've got a long walk. Get everybody to stand for the group. You may be seated. Good evening and welcome everybody to this most important moment in the lives of Daniel and Stewart. And I know they want to thank each of you personally for having traveled from near and far, for they've waited 17 years for this day. We invite you now to leave behind the worries and concerns of everyday life and to join us in the celebration of their love and their marriage. This is an opportunity to share not only in the joy of Daniel and Stewart's love, but also to reaffirm and appreciate the love and the friendship we experience in our own lives. May we all celebrate by now being fully present during our short time here together. It was in December of 1999, unbeknownst to Stewart, Laura set them up to meet at a party. Laura told Daniel to be on the lookout for this guy named Stewart. So Daniel did meet Stewart. As Stewart walked out to the back deck, Daniel followed. Daniel immediately became intrigued by their conversation. He admired Stewart's passion. Stewart recently had participated in a 5-day bike ride raising money for AIDS research and was brimming with enthusiasm over this event. He shared the same enthusiasm for his career as a software architect. Though not knowledgeable regarding software architecture, Daniel was attracted to the passion that Stewart brought to the subject. A few weeks later, Stewart asked Laura, the matchmaker, for Daniel's phone number. However, being the dating doofus that he was, the number never got used. Well, Lisa eventually decided to intervene by organizing a group outing to the movies. She invited both Daniel and Stewart. I'm uncertain as to whether it was planned or not, but they sat together during the movies. One movie preview that was showing before the movie they saw attracted them both, something they wanted to see. So Daniel asked if he would like to see it together. The fateful night arrived. So Daniel was at Stewart's apartment door to take him to the movie. However, the movie was not to be. They found themselves engrossed in conversation well into the night, never leaving the apartment. So engrossed in each other that the movie was never mentioned, and it remains uncertain if they ever saw it. Well, Stewart's family and friends, being very protective of him, would have to approve of Daniel, making certain that he was okay for Stewart. So an inspection was planned. I think it has something to do with and if it's any indication, since they're standing here, I think we know that he passed. Then, of course, Stewart had to endure the inspection by Daniel's family here in Auburn. So they met at Christmas, and I think you can see that he was equally warmly embraced. She's nodding her head, amen. Sometimes I get the feeling that they like Stewart more than they do Daniel. So Daniel and Stewart's relationship has lasted for 17 years. Their love for each other has passed the test of time. And though we celebrate their love and their relationship here today, making it legal, the heart and soul of their marriage has been in existence already for all those 17 years. They love each other, they're best friends. They've already long ago committed to living the rest of their lives together. And now today, we're here due to their wish to be legally married. And it's wonderful that all of you are here to support them in their relationship. Edwin O'Neill wrote, "Marriage joins two people together in the circle of love." It reads, "Marriage is a commitment to life, to the best that two people can find and bring out in each other. It offers opportunities for sharing and growth that no other human relationship can equal. A joining that is promised for a lifetime. Within the circle of its love, marriage encompasses all of life's most important relationships. A couple are each other's best friend, confidant, lover, teacher, listener, and even critic. Marriage deepens and enriches every facet of life. Happiness is fuller, memories are fresher, commitment is stronger, even anger is felt more strongly and passes away more quickly. Marriage understands and forgives the mistakes life is unable to avoid. It encourages and it nurtures new life, new experiences, and new ways of expressing love through the seasons of life. When two people pledge to love and care for each other, in marriage they create a spirit unique unto themselves, which binds them closer than any spoken or written words. Marriage is a promise, a potential made in the hearts of two people who love, which takes a lifetime to fulfill. So Daniel, do you take Stewart to be your husband and to be the husband of your days, the companion of your heart, and the friend of your life, to stand united in the face of adversity and bask together in the light of good fortune? With these words spoken and all those yet unspoken, do you wish to marry Stewart and continue your life with his?
I do.
And Stewart, do you take Daniel to be your husband, the husband of your days, the companion of your heart, and the friend of your life, to stand united in the face of adversity and bask together in the light of good fortune? With these words spoken and all those yet unspoken, do you wish to marry Daniel and continue your life with his?
I most certainly do.
Any doubt? Daniel, you have the privilege now that even though you've known each other for years, through that first glance of acquaintance when you met all those years ago, to this moment of commitment, and at some point you chose to marry. From this moment of yes to that moment of yes, indeed you've been making promises and agreements in an informal way throughout all these years. All those conversations that were held while riding in a car, over a meal, or during long walks, of course in your case long plane rides, all those sentences that began with "when we're married" and continued with "I will," "you will," and "we will." Those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe and missing movies. And all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. Just two people working out what they want and what they believe and what they hope for each other. All those common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know, all those things we promised and hoped and dreamed for, well, I meant it all, every word. So look at one another now and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to each other: acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher. And you've learned much from each other over these 17 years. You've learned that good company and friendship count more than wealth, good looks, or position. And you've learned that marriage is a maze into which we wander, a maze that is best gotten through with a great companion. Now you're about to say a few words that will take you across the threshold in your lives, and things will never be quite the same between you. For after these words, you shall say to the world, Stewart will say that Daniel is my husband, and Daniel will say Stewart is my husband. So Daniel, you have the privilege of now going first with your vows from your heart.
2 months before I met Stewart, I was talking to a friend, and she said, you know, the universe will give you what you want, you just have to ask for it. And I didn't really believe that. She said, let's just try something. She said, what would you want in a partner? And I said, well, I want him to be smarter than me, I want him to be wise, I want him to be generous of spirit, and I want him to have his own interests. And boy, did I get that in spades. And you know, if there's a relationship there, I don't know, but anyway, I got it, and I'm grateful to have it. And I think for me, our relationship is so beautiful because we love each other spiritually, but we love each other practically. And so while I will always look for the best in you, I will also clean out the cat litter when you can't do it. You know, and while I will always try to think of what's best for us rather than what's best for me, I'll do the dishes after you make dinner, you know. And I think for, you know, after 17 years, I think both parts are so important, and I think that we've got it. And I have no reluctance to enter whatever this next stage is, because whatever it is, I'm looking forward to it with love and compassion.
Stewart, can you compete with that?
No. And I need notes. If I can. Reading to the Elliot picture, yeah. Daniel, I felt a connection with you from the first moment we met. A connection that I'd never felt towards anyone before. And from that first meeting to today, that bond has only grown. We learned quickly that we were a great match in many ways, including the ability to hold entire conversations consisting of nothing but Simpsons quotes. You stimulate me intellectually, emotionally, and physically. You make me laugh every day. I'm always cognizant of how lucky I am to have found you, and will forever be grateful to the people who influenced our lives in ways that led to us meeting. I'm so honoured to be part of your family, this wonderful group of people who are with us today, and who I've had the pleasure and privilege of knowing, loving, and being loved by for so long now. Similarly, my family, who are with us today via the interwebs, adores you and loves you as a son, brother, and uncle. Daniel, I love and adore you with all my heart. You are my soulmate. You make my life better in every way, and the 17 years that we have been together have brought me indescribable joy. I promise to love you, care for you, laugh and cry with you, and be there for you until we shuffle off this mortal coil. Nothing makes me happier than to know that I can call you husband until the end of our days.
I want you people to think and remember that this is after 17 years together. And that's the way relationships should be. The fire is never gone, right? You guys are standing here and you're holding each other's hands. I'd like for you to take a moment and I'd like you to focus on those hands that are holding yours today. For these are the hands of your best friend that are holding yours on your wedding day, promising to love you and to work together as you build your future together. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need strength, tenderness when you need tenderness, and love when you need love. And these are the hands that will countless time wipe tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. And these are the hands that will hold all of those whom you love. And these are the hands that years from now will still be searching for your hands, still seeking the love, the encouragement, and the support that each of you seeks from the other. If these gentlemen can now have a rose. In the past, the rose was considered a symbol of love. And a single rose always meant only one thing. It meant, I love you. So it's appropriate that for your first gift as a married couple, that gift to each other should be a single rose. And now you're holding one small rose, and in some ways a marriage ceremony is just like this. In some ways tomorrow is going to seem no different than yesterday. But in fact, today, you've given and received one of the most valuable and precious gifts that one can give or receive. And I hope that you always remember this. that the gift that you really have received today is a gift of a true and abiding love within the institution of marriage. Daniel and Stewart, I would ask that wherever you call your home ever in the future, whether it be a large, elegant home or a small, graceful, humble home, that you pick a spot in that home for a rose. And then on your anniversary, you each lay a rose in the spot as a recommitment to the vows that you made, not only today, but 17 years ago. And so doing that will be a reminder of this most wonderful day that you're having here. It was love that brought you here today, and it's love that created this marriage. Act like you love each other. I didn't tell you to go this far. Love has given you wings, and your journey continues today. Wherever this wind may carry you, you will stay at each other's side. We have over here, you may notice, 2 lit candles. One candle has Stewart's name on it, and the other has Daniel's name on it. Their family and closest friends have lit the 2 end candles, and that represents what each of them as individuals has brought from their individual families and loved ones. So now they're going to take and symbolically join their lives and their families together by lighting the center candle to the 2 side ones. I therefore join now with everyone gathered here in extending to you our love and support, and I know that each and every one here does that for you. And to have that kind of support is a very special thing. We want your love and your relationship to continue to flourish and grow so that you have a long and a happy life together. So now we get to the good part. I love this part. I get to say, by the powers vested in me.
Yes.
Can you believe this? In the state of Alabama. I hate to say it, but I always enjoy that part. I think of George Wallace rolling over in his grave. Good. We're not going to talk about Roy Moore. By the powers vested in me by the wonderful state of Alabama, it is my pleasure and privilege to now pronounce you married. Now, Stewart, you've been trying throughout this entire evening. So now I'll also say, you may kiss your husband.
Thank you.